Good evening, guys. You're here with myself, Mike Parry from Lucky Live TV at Brownstock 2010. It's late on Sunday night, and we're catching up with Mat Dixon, promotions manager, production manager, artist manager, the man who brought all the people, who looked after all the artists sitting right here next to me, and Ben Dixon, his brother, who has been doing an ace job of running the live stage. Good, guys.
Yeah.
Good evening, and how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Bit hoarse, but yeah, otherwise okay.
Hoarse. We've all gone down semitones. I was a soprano before we started this weekend.
Wicked, guys. So only 2.5 months ago, Matt and I ran into each other in Ibiza Rocks at the Ibiza Rocks Hotel. My Mrs. Laz found him in the dance floor and brought him up to the room. We had a quick interview, found out about Brownstock, had lunch the next day, and next thing, here we are filming Brownstock with you, mates. It's been a pleasure just racing along to this festival.
Oh, she loved my funky dance moves.
Yeah,
That's the
mate.
thing.
Do you want to show us?
Snappy dress sense as well.
Okay, so obviously this festival, Brownstock 2010, we found out a lot of the history from talking to the whole Browns family of where it came from 6 years ago as a little birthday party for the kids and everything. But over the last year, I know you've taken the bull by the horns and literally just, brought in some really big name acts like Casper. We just had Mr. Jam on the decks. We've had Reverend and the Maker, some really big names, but also a lot of local acts. How does that all come together, bringing these artists? I mean, how have you made it happen?
I think it's more a case of, like, we're all, I think the one thing that brings us all together is music. Is such a universal force, it sort of like invokes all kind of emotions. A song can make you cry, it can make you laugh, it invokes memories, in your past and stuff. So, like, we're all music fans. We all, we all enjoy good music, and it doesn't have to be restricted to one genre.
No.
He's laughing at me, but he knows exactly what I'm chatting about. I'm trying to get deep on the interviews. And my little brother's trying to cuss me down every single time. Cheers, bruv.
You cry anything. You cry EastEnders, mate.
Hey, Nana Moon died. That was sad. Nana Moon. Hey, I cried at Nana Moon dying.
Are you all right now?
I got over it. It's
good.
cool.
It's good. I'm good. You know what? That's brilliant.
But we share. Obviously, we share. We're just outside Chelmsford in Essex, CM36SG. If you want to look it up on a Google, we're just outside Chelmsford, and obviously Chelmsford has one of the biggest UK music festivals of the year, V Festival. And one thing I've always found, I love V. I'm not a hater, I'm not trying to coat down what they do, because what they do is, is phenomenal. It's really, really good, and they brought some epic acts to England, let alone Essex. People that we wouldn't have seen the likes of. Yeah. But one thing I always find is that you go around and you're stuck to see artists. You're always sitting there with your friends at the beginning of the festival. Oh, what we're going to see today, and you're always going to be disappointed. There's always going to be that one person you want to see that you're not going to stand there and watch on your own.
Yeah,
it is logistics. It's true.
It's sheer aggro of having to get around from one stage to the other. Don't get me wrong, it's great. I love it, but I can't be asked to walk 6 miles in one day just to go and see the bands that I'd usually pay 30 quid to go and see elsewhere.
120,000 people in one place, and it's just, so when we were looking at the scheduling and how we were going to do it, we tried to be really eclectic in the genres of music, and not just going for your obvious acts. I mean, obviously Casper, Dana Sax, Grievous Pip, Reverend and the Makers, they're all great, phenomenal artists, but at the same time, Lee Mortimer, Warrior One and Sarosi, great talent, and deserve to be, like, sharing stages with people that are out there selling hundreds of thousands of copies of their music. And they should be doing exactly the same thing. So, but the main crutch for us was that we wanted to make it accessible for everyone. So, you're not going to be pushed to try and pick what headline you're going to see. You're going to go and watch one on one stage. We close the live stage. The dance stage opens with all these phenomenal. It's almost like you're coming to the end of the night. Everyone's going one more song. You haven't got to worry about one more song, because you've got 4 hours of top headliners that you haven't missed because we just scheduled them later.
Exactly.
They're all over at my stage.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We might as well say for the record, this man has done a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Talking about your stage, phenomenal job that you've done, man. Just unbelievable. Is this your first time of managing a stage?
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much.
We love you,
it's nice to be
Ben.
appreciated. To be fair, on this scale, it is. God bless Matt, he gave me this opportunity, but he didn't actually let me know what I was letting myself in for. I agreed to do it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I got here, and then soon, unbeknownst to me, I was
all hell broke loose.
44 bands in 24 hours, and I had to squeeze another one in yesterday. So 44 bands in 24 hours. It ran like clockwork. There were a couple of bands who I can name. Would you like me to name them? Who were arseholes?
No, we don't talk about that. We leave that one off the DVD.
Tell us about
you know who you are. You know who you
Sort
are.
it out. Sort it
You
out.
ain't getting invited back next year.
You on the flip side.
Tell us who the gems were, who were really great to work with. We were having a chat.
Honest to God, right, I've had a lot of great experiences. All the bands bar one, who I'm not allowed to name, okay. But all of them are brilliant. But the one that stood out the most, I believe you spoke to them already, were the Newtown Kings. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh,
No, it was immense. It's crazy. The
so
band before
tight.
them took most of the back line back off. That's like most of the drums, a couple of amps and stuff like that. And they fannied around when they were coming off stage, getting their stuff off and all that. And I said to the Kings, I said, they've robbed 2 minutes off me. You've effectively got 8 minutes to load on and keep in time. A 9-piece ska band got the back line back on. All of them lot checked up and ready to go, and I got back on stage. I looked at him and I said, "Are you ready to go?" Like, because I want to know how much time I've got, because it was time. He looked at me and he went, "Yeah, let's go." I went, "Are you on something? Are you actually ready to go?"
And the thing was, they were tight as well. They played such a tight set, and we just obviously we've got artists checking in all the time. I mean, that is the one difficulty with scheduling artists so close to each other. We've got guys turn up at hotels. Poor Lee, bless him, is had to sit in a beer garden and drink pints while I got another artist on stage. And so it is, we've had some teething problems, but I think it's been a massive learning curve. We've tried to do the best that we could do with the resources that we had, and for all intensive purposes, we've had not one single complaint. We have a complaint hotline for people in the area who want to ring up and make a complaint about noise or any sort of a public I was going to say Viagra. Public Viagra.
This is a word from the Mat Dixon library. It's like the George Bush library, only from Essex.
Yeah, do you know what? That's quite witty for you, actually.
I'm quite sharp considering I've been up for. I don't want to count it.
You got the looks. You got the looks. I got the brain, but you beat me that time. It's cool.
Both got the voice, haven't we?
We're all husky now. I think everyone in the festival's husky. But yeah, and so we've got artists coming in the back, and I've got to say, Chris, Tommy, Roach, Watsy, all of you boys, Sky, all of you guys, Show Pony, any I've forgotten from Newtown Kings, Scroobius Pip come up to me tonight and he went, those boys fucking smashed it, and how tight you were, so big up yourselves, you've done really well. British Intelligence as well, Missing Andy, and the thing is, these, they're great local bands, you know what I mean, and people should have the opportunity to see them on a big stage. And
sorry, they are the best. I am well into like Latino jazz, ska, punk, reggae, all of that stuff, and by far on stage live, in any situation I've ever seen them play, Newtown Kings are by far the best ska band in Europe.
Definitely, I'll say that.
They were my highlight of the festival, to be honest.
And I'll take my commission. I'll take my 20%. When we signed that first deal, it's cool. It's done.
Standing outside the moment.
Oh, you know what? And
for saying that comment.
and the milk as well. The milk.
Yeah,
the milk were great.
Excellent.
They were
local boys, man.
Local
they
lads.
are really tight.
We're in Southwood and Ferris again, which is just outside Chelmsford. They literally live like we could spit on their mum's house from here. Not that we'd want to do that, but we could. But big shout out to Bobby and the boys from the Milk. They're really, really nice guys. And
right there, isn't it?
And as well, do you know what? The most important thing, like everyone that's involved, like we've had to beg, borrow and steal. Adam Brown, obviously, who's the man, like the genius behind this festival. His mum and dad, Rob and Vicky, his sisters, Jess and Anna, and all of his friends, Anthony, Andy, Matt Griswood, all of you guys, everyone just sort of, this massive sense of unity, and it is a family thing. And I think what we've done this year is prove that, we're sort of like serious contenders,
Yeah, big time.
Hopefully, even if, do you know what? If everyone that comes to the festival this year takes one friend back with them next year, we'll sell this out every single year that we do it.
I feel like I've extended my family by like 2,500 people.
Yeah.
I don't remember
that
their
was the
names
corniest,
but
cheesiest,
I love them all equally.
most rubbishest thing I've ever heard.
I'll give you a
mouth. So, because he's acting weird. He's acting weird because he's on camera. And,
it's not a radio interview, mate.
Oh, dude, all right. Hi, Mum.
And we had a lot of great, and as well, we focused the dance centre around Battle of the Brands. We should definitely mention this. Some great local promoters, great local DJs as well. My man Lopez, out to the boys at Bar House, John and Mark, Sir Les, absolutely smashed the silent disco. I was so stressed today, And my man Lopez just jumped up on the decks on the live stage. He just took it. Yeah, you can have a round of applause.
Actually, can I say something quickly? This man right here bailed me out today. I had none of my DJs show up. Yesterday, I didn't have my first DJ show up. This man has been with me for 12 hours on call.
Right, we should.
That's DJ Lopez that we caught an interview with.
This guy is so tired. Honestly, he was on call. He was lickety split like grease lightning, man. I swear.
The man's got the baddest tune knowledge as well.
I swear, he's got like 250 gigs worth of party bangers.
Awesome.
And he runs them all out for me.
You'd just be wandering through the festival, and you'd just be like, "What? Who's playing this?"
Holbert.
But yeah, and as well the crowd, the guys over at the BBC for getting behind us and giving us lots of promotional support and stuff like that. They were great. Mike and Ollie and John, their cameraman, absolute legends. Mike had an accident in his tent last night, but we won't talk about that. I didn't even see you there, Mike. I'm sorry. Big shout out to the BBC.
BBC,
and you
Mike,
know what?
Introducing.
You know what? We're only coming back bigger and badder next year. The Dixons, the Browns, Lucky
Parrys.
Life TV. You know. Out to Marla, our Carrago just sits there very peacefully and patiently every single time. We need to go. Right,
I need to ask you guys one more question. Maddie, tell me about Ibiza next year. What's something
we
big
just
coming up?
signed. We just struck a deal with Ibiza Rocks. Big shout out to Dorley who played for us yesterday. He's a big man behind a big face. The idea behind Ibiza Rocks, reclaim the dance floor, after party, wax on music. The man's a genius, and so he's very kindly done us a deal where we can go and take Brownstock over to Ibiza Rocks next year. Take some of our bands that we have here, take a back line.
Camera crew.
I have to check the budget. I'm pretty sure there's some allocation in there for stage manager. Resident DJ.
Pay me, just give me my money.
Just give him a ticket, he'll be there.
I've got a check for you, so it's cool.
I bet you have.
So yeah, we're just gonna go over there, and the pinnacle Ibiza Festival. Really keeping in contrast with the whole rock scenario behind being. Taking that to Ibiza and making it a sort of different sort of scene. So, thanks to Ibiza Rocks for giving us the opportunity to do that. Thanks to you guys for listening, and hopefully see you next year.
Yeah, guys, big up to you guys for running an amazing festival. We've had a great time here. It's been awesome to film it. It's been awesome to meet with all the artists and everything, and to party with you guys. And one more interview with the man I've been waiting for all weekend, Casper.
He just stepped in.
As soon as I'm done with interviewing Casper, we are out for an after party of notes.
Yeah, definitely.
Wicked boys.
That's a high five.
Nice one.
That's a high five.
Brownstock 2010. Nice one. Cheers, bro.